Is it too early to be talking rebuild?
Nothing's too early when you're 2-10. I mean, I guess that's as simply as you can put it.
They're leaving guys on base.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, these guys, they can't get the guys across the plate. In fact, they can't even advance runners. They got one stolen base this year, which is last in the league.
We know that's what Gibbons is waiting for, though. He's waiting for a game where they hit 4 or 5 home runs.
Exactly.
And then he's going to go out into the media and be like, small ball.
Last time I checked, that a game in April means the same as a game in September.
Bautista hasn't been doing much bat flipping lately.
No.
He's 0 home runs on the year.
They take 1 step forward, 162 steps back.
The Blue Jays, they've climbed their way back to 5-14, the worst record in the majors.
You know what? It's not all bad.
They're the worst team in the league, and they have a very big hole to dig out of.
The season's over. The season's over.
You're not the only one that thinks that.
Make the move now. Make it as soon as you can. AL East is a bloodbath, and you can't be 9 games under 500 at this point in the season, and that's unfortunately where the Jays are. It's time to rebuild.
I don't know who those clowns were with those fire takes, Mike, but not everyone gets them right all the time. Not everyone gets them wrong all the time. Mike, you did have a couple of points in some earlier episodes that we're going to revisit. Cam Durant, Mike DeCourcy, Rob Conway. I'm Dale Minukduk for Blue Jays Republic. The Blue Jays. Mike, you said that the Blue Jays couldn't get guys around the bases, couldn't get them across home plate last night, 17 runs.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have to walk that one back. But they did with the long ball, not with any sort of short, the same as what they did last year with the home run ball. And how'd that work out?
Yeah.
LCS.
Yeah, LCS. That was about it.
Okay.
So
It's pretty decent. I'll take it.
Yeah. Back to back, LCS.
They would take it right now. I'm just saying that, they're not playing the small ball and they don't have the guys to play that. They need to get more athletic, more left-handed. And, 17 runs.
17 runs?
I have no idea what to say.
23 hits.
Yeah, can't really complain. It's the third time they've done that in interleague play. I mean, this team, when it gets hot, it can put up a lot of big numbers. And they have been as of late with a guy like Jose Bautista turning things around, batting almost 400 over his last 18 games, 7 home runs. That offense is starting to click. Russell Martin comes back, Troy Tulowitzki comes back, and you insert them into an already hot lineup, and this is what happens. You can see that flip.
By the way, they're still DFL in the AL East, and they're 12th in the American League. So it's not like they're moving all the way up.
But
the gap is closed.
You're looking at it half empty, half full. They're 3 games back of the wild card.
Exactly. I'm always skeptical, and you can say that they have the entire season to get this back, but they don't. They've got less than 40 games because it's 37 games until the All-Star break, and that is really the line until you say, what do we have here? Are we going
I thought the
all
line
in?
was 50 games.
No, it's 40 games to tell me what you have.
Even at 50 games, there's still only 3 games under 500 right now. And then, we saw this Jays team 2 years ago. We keep bringing it up, but 50 and 51.
17 and 21.
Exactly. They went on to make the playoffs. So where they're at right now isn't too big of a concern. It's more, are the earlier struggles going to repeat themselves? Is this an aberration, or was earlier in the season an aberration?
Well, obviously 17 runs is an aberration.
Yes.
But 16 and 10 in May is not. And they've beaten good competition. All the teams they've beaten have a combined winning percentage of .507 in the month of May. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, and another thing that's not an aberration, or at least Jays fans are hoping is Devin Travis's 16 doubles in the month of May. He's almost single-handedly, with the help of Bautista and Smoke, who we'll get to, he's almost single-handedly carried this club, and he's the first player since Mike Sweeney in 2001.
Swing dog.
It's a stat.
Yeah, it's a stat, and it's a stat courtesy of the guys at Bluebird Stats. Make sure you follow them on Twitter. They're great guys. They got a lot of good information. But first player since 2001 to have at least 16 doubles in the month of May, and last time I checked, it's still May today. He's got a chance to grab another one. So, yes, it's a bit of an aberration.
The story behind it's fantastic. The idea that he was talking with Darwin Barney after the game, they spent and every time he hit a ball, he stopped for a minute, talked to Darwin Barney, and Barney is not exactly a prolific hitter.
It wasn't even about hitting.
And exactly, and more importantly, a guy competing for the job doesn't matter. That's that type of spirit that you see, and an opportunity where you just talk to somebody, and again, it's not like it was about whether or not he's holding his arms in or anything like that. It's just a matter of all of a sudden you feel confident at the plate that you're like, I got guys behind me, I got a strategy, I have an idea, and going forward, I can use that, and then all of a sudden it just snowballs into something like this that we've seen him make.
One of the things that we spoke about a couple weeks ago is Bautista isn't hitting the leather off the ball. You know what I mean? He had 1 home run in April. He's got, 8 jacks this month? He's killing it now.
Yeah. He's launching the ball into the seats, and that's what we've become accustomed to Bautista's doing. He was walking before, and he's doing that still along with those home runs. Last night he was one of the few Jays not to get an RBI, I think, but I mean, it hardly matters when
There's a couple guys in stands with RBI.
Exactly. He still smacked a double. He still showed up at the plate. And he still grabbed a walk. So that leadership and his maturity at the plate, not having to at least force things anymore, is huge for this team, especially as players like Donaldson and Tula, who have wasted no time getting back into the lineup, make their return.
Well, here's one thing that's interesting. After Saturdays, when Bautista in his post-game interview said, and he kind of slipped because he said, "This is what championship teams," and then he hesitated. He goes, "Championship caliber teams do."
Yeah.
And so obviously the intentions to make it to the postseason and challenge for a World Series is still there for this team, as it is for Ross Atkins, who said they're committed to winning.
Yeah.
Should they be?
I think they absolutely should. I mean, in the situation that they're at, again, it's such a long season. They have the opportunity to turn things around, and there's no reason to do anything now. No players that are available right now are not going to be available in 2 months. And so if you're just going to all of a sudden panic, like mine, and you decide that, and decide to blow it up after the first week of April, I mean, then no one's going to be interested in your team at that point anyways. And like we've mentioned before, they've sold a lot of tickets. People are going to come down. They want to see quality product.
No, they don't.
And yes, they do.
No, they don't.
And regardless, you might as well see what these guys can do for the first 80 games and then go from there.
Okay, so what else is he supposed to say? Yeah,
Blow it up,
you know, like this sounds a little bit like the Tiger Woods camp successful surgery 8 times over.
Right.
How'd that work out?
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, like he's
supposed to say that, but I mean, how long are we going to say that? Oh, they've got lots of time left.
They
don't have lots of time.
Well, not just time. They're still the oldest team in baseball.
They are.
So you can't expect the roster that is now getting healthy to stay healthy for the remaining 100 games. So they're probably going to break down again, and who knows what's going to happen.
And you have a farm system. You don't have a farm system because you sold it all off to get David Price and Tulowitzki, etc. So I mean, you've got that All-Star break. You've got 37 games to get yourself into contention, or Ross Atkins is going to go, it's time to replenish the
What
farm
is your
system.
definition of contention then? Just out of curiosity.
500.
500. So
They're
they're close.
close.
3 more games than they have. Than
They can easily get there with the remainder of their homestand.
But I mean, you have to move up further than DFL and the AL East.
Correct.
You have to be within contention, or you've got nothing to sell.
Teams are starting to struggle in the AL East as well. I mean, as much as we love the Yankees,
Not Aaron Judge.
and as much as
pretty
everyone loves hating the Yankees, I don't know if we can still yet be.
I'm not sold.
I'm not sold. But I don't know if we can be confident in them holding on to the crown in the AL East, especially with David Price coming back to the Red Sox. They're starting to hit. The Orioles have struggled a lot lately, and the Rays are the Rays. So there's still lots of room for that division to shake up. Whether the Jays finish on top of it or not, are yet to be seen.
That is irrelevant. There's a good chance that 3 teams are going to come out of this.
Baseball's not like the NBA.
The Central's terrible,
Exactly.
and the West isn't that good either.
Yeah, and it's not like the NBA where the best team, Golden State and Cleveland alone, went to go 32-1 on their way to the NBA Finals, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, 24-1, I guess.
We're not your typical round table of broadcasters where we can't admit our faults, our mistakes, things we got right, things we got wrong. One of the
I'll
things.
walk that back.
I will
gladly walk that back.
Walk it front, Mike, because you said that there's probably going to be 3 teams from the AL East that make the playoffs, and it's the Yankees, Boston, and Baltimore in the wild card spots. So this division is a murderer's row.
It really is. I mean, arguably, people will say it might be the best division in all of sports. It's just usually you're going to have 2 really good teams in Boston and New York, almost never rebuilding, almost never not in contention, at least at the beginning of the year when you're going into the season. And then you have a team like Tampa Bay who just continues to get unbelievably good young arms and are tough opponents.
Archer's on.
Right? And then you have the Blue Jays that, they're usually a pretty solid team. So even in the bad years, they're only ever 10 games below 500. You never have a team that goes like 60 and 102 in the AL East. You just don't.
Right.
And so you're beating up on each other the whole season, and it's a tough division to get out of. And it's actually surprising that you do see 3 teams get out because they play each other so much.
We talk about this team being old, though, and having these injuries and how the injuries are going to repeat themselves, but you could make a case that Aaron Sanchez is the most valuable player on this team. I mean, Donaldson, there'd be some argument there as well, and the way the season's going, maybe Smoke is up there, I don't know.
Smoke, yeah.
But not in the general sense of the
Smoke
word.
a load of.
Smoke a load of. But Aaron Sanchez has also been one of the most injured players so far during the season, and he's young. So the Jays have also accomplished this with, players getting older, people starting to suffer injuries, people starting to show some wear and tear of long seasons over several years. But then there's also Aaron Sanchez, who's dealing with a blister problem.
I think Aaron Sanchez is going through a lot what Jeremy Lin did when he had his insanity season.
You think he's not for real?
I think that Aaron Sanchez is holding out because he's not getting paid the money that he knows he's going to get. So why risk it and going out on the field?
It certainly doesn't help when your excuse is a blister. I know,
Exactly.
and we've talked about it. I know that it probably hurts a lot more than it sounds like it does.
Like he can't throw.
I guess not, but it's like, what's the point of having a blister and coming back? And it's like, well, there's got to be a way to fix this.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, show me a picture.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Where's
You
the
know,
evidence?
Jim Bundy just passed away on Friday. A pitcher for the Phillies. He threw 314 innings one year, 302 the next year, 32 complete games, and 11 shutouts. I'm
not up for babying pitchers either. I think it's insane that they
People didn't get blisters back then.
No, you covered up with Coors
Technology. Yeah, exactly.
Good luck. Nevertheless, the Jays are getting healthier. We have J.A. Happ
Yep.
back on the hill tonight, so we'll see where that goes. And Francisco Liriano is going to pitch on Sunday. But there's
Friday now.
Friday. You gotta
Friday.
get them up to Friday.
Bump them up to Friday, even better. So there's more news around Major League Baseball and where to start other than Bryce Harper and Hunter Strickland.
I love
The best part about that might have been the hair. That was like, I think I do a pretty good job.
Similar to you.
But that was shocking how good he looked at his helmet.
You gotta break this down. So who thinks that Strickland threw at him on purpose?
100%.
100%.
He waited 3 years to get back for him.
Which is
and
insane.
Buster Posey, usually catchers will try to restrain the hitter. He did nothing. He just said,
Okay.
After the pileup, he was standing.
So
20
So
feet
it's
away.
not a managerial move.
So the next step, if we're breaking down the tape,
Okay.
Bryce Harper throws his bat.
Yeah.
He charges the mound, takes off his helmet, and what does he do with it? Does he throw it away, or is he trying to throw it at Strickland and drops the cap?
I think it's a last second realization that, like, this helmet could really hurt somebody. Even though he just got beamed with a 100-mile-per-hour ball.
He punched him in the face.
Do you think he was trying to throw it
I
at
know, but a helmet it seems unfair.
I feel like I'd rather get a helmet thrown at me from 10 feet away than a punch straight to the face.
You think that he was throwing the
It's
helmet?
cement. It's plastic.
They're heavy. You're supposed
Do
to
you
stop
think he was throwing the helmet at Strickland?
Oh yes. 100%.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it was the act.
I think it was a psych out. I think it was a psych out, and I think that it worked because Strickland covered up his junk. But then, but he still recovered and struck first and caught Harper on the chin.
Yeah, Strickland got the best of that
Exchange,
by the
He
end.
got bulldozered over by the crowd.
Harper got his own punch in though. He looked good doing it. Looked good defending himself. Talked to big game afterwards. And does it look a little goofy that his helmet flew off? Yeah, but if you are in the camp of him and you're smart, you knew he threw it away on purpose.
Not dumb. Like
people think.
When Hunter Strickland had those 2 home runs hit off him, what did he go on to proceed to do?
Win the World Series.
Correct.
I think Hunter Strickland came out of this.
Who cares? You won the World Series, and I asked you guys this off camera. If
Bumgarner won the World Series.
If Texas, if Texas comes back, wins that series, and wins the World Series
Against
against the Jays, do they throw at Bautista next year?
Yes.
I think no. Who cares?
Because Bautista, Harper, I can't even think of other players. Those two are the two that come to mind. Are that unlikable in the game of baseball that it wouldn't even maybe take a home run? You can take the general attitude of a player and the mouthiness that Harper clearly has and Bautista clearly has.
Sam, you're punching a guy and you could have a ring on that finger. I don't see the point.
Why can't you do both?
I like Joe Madden.
Name somebody that can do both.
Yeah.
Win a World Series and not be
Joe Madden's quote was great. He said, I tell my hitters all the time, either go to first or go to the mound. If you feel a challenge, go for it.
Yeah. Harper
So what do you think he gets for this?
We'll get a couple games.
He'll probably get 5
2.
games.
I don't even think that many. 2 or 3.
Fair enough.
Strickland should probably get the games.
So he'll be. So both of them will be out a couple games. One guy's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks, and that's Mike Trout. He's the best player in baseball, not just the American League. He's the best player in baseball. He's on pace to contend for a triple crown. Second in home runs, second in batting average, 4th in RBI.
Premium position.
Killing it.
Premium position.
He's killing it.
And it's unfortunate that, sliding into second base, doing another thing that he's really good at, which is with speed.
Well, that's why he's a 5-tool player,
right?
yeah.
And he hurts his thumb, and there's not much you can do about it. You're not going to ask him not to.
Do you have an oven mitt here?
Yeah.
Oven mitt in this apartment? Where is it?
Yeah. It's in there.
You guys keep talking.
It's rubber.
We will.
And it's just a matter of the fact that it's just a freak accident that there's nothing to do. But I personally think the bases are way too firm in Major League Baseball.
All right, look, Mike Trout, I got two. This is what you need, buddy, okay? We see Kevin Pillar do it.
Yeah.
We see Devin Travis do it. And guess what? Their thumbs stay intact.
Yeah.
I know the bases are hard. I'm going to take these off now. But honestly,
We'll make some food.
how difficult it is to put these on when you get to first base and protect your asset.
I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't. It just seems. But again,
And now it's too late.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you he comes back and what will he have on his thumb? When he tries
You
to
think
steal
he'll have
bases.
one forever? Because guys,
At least for a while,
guys
it's
in the
precautionary.
NHL, they don't keep the visor on after they get pucks in the face.
A lot of them do.
Not all of them for sure. Whoa, I think Josh Donaldson's a little upset.
We just got some thunder. Don't know if you can hear it through there.
Okay,
but-
so if Trout's out of the AL MVP race because he's out for 2 months, who do you think is in first right now?
I'm going to go with Aaron Judge.
You gotta go,
I
right?
I think he's going to be the
Urban
first guy
Santana?
since Ichiro to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. I mean, the guy's destroyed the golf.
The golf ball. Yeah, it might as well be.
Yeah, it might as well be. In his hand,
Exactly. Yeah.
Killed it yesterday for another home run, 16th of the year. I mean,
And the Yankees happen to be doing very well.
Exactly.
'Cause of him.
I think the market helps too.
I think that Santana would be up there, but it just seems so easy to give him the Cy Young and not give him the MVP. But the way he's pitching this year, he's got an under 2 ERA. He's 7 wins, should have 8. He got 8-2 after 7 innings, and his bullpen gave up 11 in the 8th inning. Could you imagine him sitting on that bench? I would have lost my mind.
Chris Sale maybe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, the pitchers usually just end up Cy Young winners. It's like their own MVP.
Well,
So-
Verlander, I think, was last in 2011.
Yeah.
So.
So it's not, doesn't happen too often. But if a guy wins 22, 23 games and has an ERA under 2, he has to win both, I think.
And last thing we're going to touch on is the Rockies. They got the best record in the National League.
Hitter's ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They're back. Their bats
The other teams
are
get to play there,
incredible.
too.
They have who I think is the best third baseman in baseball. Sorry, Josh Donaldson, but Nolan Arenado is amazing. He should have probably garnered way more MVP talk the last 2
Yes.
seasons. Do you think they're for real?
Yeah, I think they're for real. I mean, their pitching is going to.
Do you think this formula is for real?
The formula is tougher to say only because they're getting a lot. They are getting a lot of benefit from playing in that baseball park.
Yeah.
And their division is weak, but if their pitching can hold on to as long as it's been, and guys like Arenado continue to rip the cover off the ball, then I don't see why the Rockies can't finish top that division.
Blackman's been fantastic.
Yeah.
They have
Blackman's always fantastic.
They have a
Came out of
closer.
nowhere 2 years ago.
They have a
Yeah.
closer too. I mean, they got all the pieces. They play in a park where you could put 5 Kershaws and there's still going to be a bunch of runs. It's
Exactly.
just the way it works.
Yeah. You just hope you're on the right side of it.
Right, but the other team plays in the same facility and they seem to be winning more games.
Yeah,
So I mean, hey, you build your team around that because
Yeah.
you know they need power hitters in that ballpark, and they've done that, and they have guys who can get the ball in the air, and when it's in the air, Coors Field, great name, then the ball leaves the yard, and they've been doing it well. Do I think they're the best team in the National League? I know Washington's pretty solid, and obviously the Astros in the AL are fantastic thus far, but they definitely are a team that's probably going to win their division, and probably we're going to see them in October.
All right, so next we're going to take a look at Tiger Woods, the Stanley Cup Finals, and the NBA Finals. And for Canada Red, Mike DeCourcy, Rod Conway, I'm Dale Minuta. Check out BlueJaysRepublic.com for exclusive coverage on the Blue Jays and quick reactions every game.